Grand Rising. Good day. And good night. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to 144 from the stars tarot. Let's go ahead and give Odin a treat. I'm going to go ahead and correct myself on that intro. Welcome to our channel. There you are, Odin. Thank you so much. And if you're asking why, because it's not my channel, it's God's, it's the heavens. All right. The totem for this message is going to be a Bengal cat. I've got some word I'm going to share with you. I'm going to be reading from the book of Isaiah. I'm going to be reading from chapter 59, and I'm going to read the first 15 verses. Behold, Yahuwah's hand is not shortened that it cannot save, neither his ear heavy that it cannot hear. But your iniquities have separated between you and your Elohim, and your sins have hidden his face from you, that he will not hear. For your hands are defiled with blood, and your fingers with iniquity. Your lips have spoken lies. Your tongue has muttered perverseness. None calls for justice, nor any pleads for truth. They trust in vanity and speak lies. They conceive mischief and bring forth iniquity. They hatch cockatrice eggs and weave the spider's web. He that eats of their eggs dies, and that which is crushed breaks out into a viper. Their webs shall not become garments, neither shall they cover themselves with their works. Their works are works of iniquity, and the act of violence is in their hands. Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity, wasting and destruction are in their paths. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goes therein shall not know peace. Therefore is judgment far from us, neither does justice overtake us. We wait for light, but behold obscurity, for brightness, but we walk in darkness. We grope for the wall like the blind, and we grope as if we had no eyes. We stumble at noonday as in the night. We are in desolate places as dead men. We roar all like bears and mourn sore like doves. We look for judgment, but there is none, for salvation, but it is far off from us. For our transgressions are multiplied before you, and our sins testify against us. For our transgressions are with us, and as for our iniquities, we know them. In transgressing and lying against Yahuwah, and departing away from our Elohim, speaking oppression and revolt, conceiving and uttering from the heart words of falsehood. And judgment is turned away backward, and justice stands afar off. For truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter. Yeah, truth fails, and he that departs from evil makes himself a prey. And Yahuwah saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. All right, real quick, to the feminine practitioner that was trying to project me coughing while I was doing the reading, I send that energy back to you times 10, and I hope you choke on those intentions. That was very rude and disrespectful of you. How dare you try to manifest me choking or coughing so that I couldn't read the word of our God? Shame on you. All right. So I know the difference between my body actually coughing because I'm clearing my respiratory or I have a cold, and I know the difference between someone trying to project energy onto me, and I rebuke that shit. All right. So in this message, what I am sensing is that in a recent message, I had told you that someone was mad that their spell work isn't working. So you know what this stupid person did? They tried to hire a practitioner against you. There was something about a key. This practitioner had a key and they were trying to bind something to the key. Like they had a red thread and they were looking at something. They were looking at like a chart or something. Do they have your birth chart? I heard yep. They're trying to bind something, an energy on your birth. They're like winding it around this key. And this practitioner gave it. What the fuck? They're trying to destiny swap. I've never seen this like in this way. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for that intel. And thank L, above all else. What the hell? Okay, so someone is paying for spell work to be done on you, and I rebuke it. I rebuke it. Let's pull a Moonology card. That scene was crazy. It literally, the practitioner, she was sitting at like an altar or a board, and she had a chart, and it looked like she had like some kind of like an astrological wheel, but it had a lot of sacred geometry on it. And then she had another layer of information, and it looked like she had someone's birth chart. And she was trying to like wrap this thread around a golden key. And I think she was trying to bind the destiny to me and thee, bind the destiny of thee to me. What the fuck? That's what you were trying to do? That's going to blow up in your face. That's going to blow up in their face. How dare they try to do that to you? That's not going to work, for one. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Wow. I can't believe I saw that. New moon eclipse. Expect powerful change. So, someone tried to do something on the eclipsing energies, and you did something to defend and protect yourself, and you actually reaped a lot of that negative energy. And as the moon gains her glow, new blossoms of opportunity and prosperity will blossom and show. And you'll see it. I promise you. It will be beautiful. It's blessed by Yahuwah, didn't you know? I know. That's the Torah. All right. So what's going on? Yeah, someone doesn't want to do the works, and instead they want to take from yours. I rebuke that. I rebuke that heavily, strongly, severely. How dare they? How dare they? Peace. Yeah. They don't like that you're at peace. They don't like that they couldn't disturb your peace. Those of you that have prayer candles, here, give me 1 second. I'm going to pause the video to make an example to teach y'all something. Okay, so glass candles, like prayer candles, right? If you burn them and you notice that the glass is clear and clean, good job. That means that the candle didn't have to work out any kind of negative energy. But if you notice that your candle, the glass is all dark and soot, that means there was a lot of negative energy that candle had to rebuke and transmute. But then if you look at this one, it burned clean, very clean. So I have noticed something as I've gotten stronger as a practitioner, in my protective magic and craft. I have noticed that all my prayer candles in my house are burning very clean, very clean. The only candle that has any is the big one for the source in heavens, has a little bit of black on the rim, and the one for Archangel Michael has a little bit of black on the rim. But all my other candles have been burning very clean, which that never used to be the case. They always have to have a real thick black soot and smudge on the glass. And the reason why my candles have been burning clean is because they don't have to work as hard, because I've been doing the works instead. I've been doing a lot of protective things to transmute all these energies. So now my candles are burning cleanly because they're not having to fight off a lot of negative energies. So if you have noticed that your candles have lots of black, lots of soot, lots of buildup on the glass, then you need to do some extra things. Help your guides out, help the heavens out, help spirit out, okay? They're doing a lot on your behalf. You can help them by strengthening your own protective practices. You will notice signs that it's working if your candles start burning clean, real clean. That's good. That means you're already transmuting the energy, or the energy's already being transmuted, and you're getting stronger in your practice and craft. I just wanted to share that as some information that may be helpful to someone. Pay attention to these signs and synchronicities. Read the energy, right? Okay, so you have gotten better at something protective, something that is keeping you safe, and it's transmuting a lot of negative energy. And whoever was attacking you on themselves realized they're not strong enough to take you on anymore. So they tried to hire some help. And whoever they hired seems to think that they know a lot about astrology and birth charts and gates and keys and meridians. Like, I don't know. I don't know much about birth charts. I don't know much about astrology. And if you email me asking me to read my birth chart, I'm going to laugh at you and delete your email. Not giving you that information. Nice try. Nah, that ain't happening. Don't give that information out, y'all. Because there's people that know how to read it and they know how to do things with that information. And it's just better not to give it to them, you know? But anyways, wow. Wow, they trying it. Ask and know. Ask and know. Ask and know. Sometimes all you got to do is ask. If you're wondering what's causing something, what's going on, ask. Clean it up. First card out here, clean it up. So there's an energy that you've been cleaning up. You've been cleaning up the energy in your life. You've been strengthening your protective energies, and you've been transmuting a lot of darkness and dark energies. And now the darkness is like, oh shit, I got to call for backup. Let's go hire. Let's go spend money to attack you. Like, geez, maybe if you spent that money on a fucking book and maybe educated yourself and maybe developed a skill that was of service to humanity, you wouldn't have to spend so much time and energy trying to take it from the Kodashim. But whatever, they don't want to learn. We'll teach them. We'll teach them. They don't want to learn? All right, class is in session. Thinker. Someone's trying to figure out, how can I get in? How can I take your abundance? How can I take your shine? How can I take your glow? Some of you may be doing some thinking too. How can I protect myself more? How can I transmute this energy? How can I stop these people that are fucking with my life? How can I achieve sovereignty? Okay. That's really dark or sick. I think sick is a better word. It is. Dark isn't bad necessarily. So I don't think dark's the right word. I'm going to say sick. Whoever this is for, this ain't for everyone, okay? This is for someone that you know you have karmic family that has been doing spell work on you. They're doing something to your baby clothes. I'm dead serious. I'm not even kidding. That's crazy. To do magic on baby clothes? What the fuck? All right. TikTok and then serendipity. The good thing is, like, you've got good energy coming in. All right. So I'm going to share something a little bit. I've mentioned energy farming, right? Work with the moon, work with the seasons, work with the moon. Okay. So starting at the full moon. So when the moon is at its full and then it's beginning to turn to a new moon. So as the light of the moon is fading away, that's when you want to do a lot of death, reap, and decay kind of intentions, right? You want to rebuke the energy. You want to take the energy. You want to, transmute all that negativity. And then you reap all that energy in. And then as the moon gains her glow, you take all that shit and you use it as fertilizer for new flowers to grow and glow, right? All right. This is information the enemies know and they use it with ill intent. So why not just go ahead and put that information out there and let y'all go ahead and see how you can apply that energy on your own. All right. So someone knows there's a change in the wind. You're getting stronger. You're noticing what they are doing and you're doing things to protect yourself or to rebuke it or transmute it, and it's working, and it's kind of got them figuring out like, okay, how do I step up my game of evil? Because you're stepping up your game of righteousness. Like, this shit's stupid. Stupid. I can't stand people like this. All right, let's find out then. I'm gonna pull from over here. No, I'm being told to wait. Okay, we'll pull from some tarot. I'm hearing, yep, go to tarot. All right. What would you like the collective to know? Besides that they glitter and glow, they're made out of silver and gold. Abundance is energy that flows to me easily. You guys learning anything? I bet the enemy's like, yeah, I'm taking notes. I'm gonna get your ass. You're under my foot. Seven of Swords. I knew I felt that energy. They're like, yeah. Give me all your secrets. How are you protecting yourself from our spell work so I can find a way around it? I want to steal from you. Seven of Swords. I'm the Emperor, and so is the collective. Look at that. Emperor. Ha. I got the shield. I got the wand. I got the Christed lamb. I have the sun. And if need be, I can be the ram. What's up, fam? Nine of Wands. It's time to step up our protection. It's time to protect others and ourselves. Ooh, there's Judgment. I really like this. God's proud of us. God's proud of you. God's proud of people being in alignment with God's judgment and acting accordingly. It's not my will, it's God's will. My fire isn't my fire, it's God's. Where would you like me to direct this fire, Elle? Hi, how are you doing, Odie? You doing good? Would you like another treat? Kind of looks like he wants another treat. Let's give Odin another treat real quick, Excuse me, y'all. Odin needs a snack. There you go. All right, we have the moon. Seven of Swords in the moon. People are trying to do things in the dark and secret, and they think you don't know. I rebuke it. They're doing something on your houses, on your gates, someone's literally doing magic with your birth chart. They hired a practitioner and gave them everything they knew about you. Rebuke it. Pray over everything. You take a shower. Pray over the water coming out the shower head. You drink a glass of water. Pray over that. You see that it's raining. Pray that it's raining holy water. I'm serious. Pray over everything. Put in intention in everything. When you start living intentionally with everything you do becomes magic, no matter what it is. That's all really magic is energy with a directed intention and focus. And it manifests. It creates. It's either abracadabra or it's, a vidi kadidi. Do you create what you speak? Or do you speak what you destroy? Nine of Wands and the Fool. You're defending yourself and you're moving forward. So you're getting strong. You're becoming like a powerful spiritual warrior, whether you realize it or not. And you're putting the heathens in check, and they're trying to like regroup and re-strategize and hire help. You've got practitioners that are hiring practitioners. Ain't that crazy? That's fucking crazy to me. All you're doing is just talking to God and strengthening your craft and practice. Y'all got to spend money just to try to steal from me. So who's really winning and losing here? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. They're spending their money to take your money. So they're already at a loss, especially when they don't get anything. So now you're just money in the hole and you ain't getting a return on it. You keep doing that, you're going to be spiritually bankrupt. All that energy. What you doing with it? The Fool. All right, what is all this? Eight of Wands. King of Swords. Oh, yeah, that's why I felt that. Air and fire is powerful. Combined, air and fire is very powerful. Take that passion, take that mind, take that intellect, that word, and channel it. Singing is powerful. Humming is powerful. Chanting, mantras, prayer, thinking, your thoughts, Nine of Swords. They try to project some energy onto you and it's not even working. And now the devil is in this stressed and worried. They're scared. They're scared about how this is going to come back on them. They're not used to it not working. It's all fun and games when you get away with it, but when it's not working, they're freaking out. And that's why they're willing to spend their hard-earned money, or hard-earned, right? You didn't earn that. Anyways, they're trying to spend their capital, their money, their essence, their energy to save their ass. That's crazy. This is a slippery slope, y'all. One crime leads to another crime, leads to another crime, and now you're doing a bunch of crimes to cover up the original crime. Now you done lied so many times. What is the truth? Are you done with the blanket? Kind of, maybe. All right, I'll keep an eye on it. If it's getting too warm, let me know. We have the Star. You're healing, and you're freeing yourself of this. Yeah, you're just freeing yourself of what's going on, and you can put your mind at ease. So, we just had that new moon eclipse, and now the moon is gaining her glow, right? So, if I were you, I would start putting some energy outward, 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 as the moon starts to turn into a new moon, as the moon loses her glow, that's when you take, you reap, you take. All right? Now the moon is gaining her glow. Now you put out, and you manifest. That's how you energy farm. The devil energies have been doing this shit for a long time, but they've been doing it with ill intent. So I want to strengthen the righteous ones. It's information the enemy already knows. I'm not giving advanced techniques. I'm giving basic level 1 magic, right? That's all I'm giving. And it's 101. And if you just know the basics, that honestly is enough, because their stuff was working because we weren't doing anything to counter it. But the moment you start doing things to counter it and you make that a daily regimen, a daily practice, monthly, yearly, annually, seasonally, work with it, Some times of the year are more potent for things than others. Work with nature, flow, right? Be the water of the moon. Work with the tides, the push, the pull, the ebb, the flow. Work with it, not against it. It'll help you. All right, we're going to get that blanket off of Odin. It's getting a little warm. I turned the AC off because it was a little too chilly in the house, and he needed a blanket because, he gets cold. Yes, we love you, Odin. 4 swords. So what's funny is you're in 4 swords and the devil is 9 of swords. And for some of you that don't know like tarot terminology, basically they're stressed, burdened, they're in mental conflict, and they're worried. They're in fear. And you're resting easy. You're in temperance energy. You don't have anything to worry about because you've already combated the energy and you're already doing things put in place to stop this shit. And now they're like, I got to go to a professional. Man, that professional, the one that was doing something with a key and a thread on your birth chart, all right, will of God is going to come upon them. Just the fact that I was even tapping into that energy means they're already under judgment. Oh, look, judgment. I was just talking about judgment. Here's the judgment card. Look at that. We got a little page of cups out here. We got a queen of wands. Ooh, your intuition's getting stronger. Your intuition's getting stronger. Your gifts are getting stronger. You're pouring into yourself. I like this. Lovers, the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords. Oh, you're turning your pain into power. You're turning your pain into power. And you're gaining oh my gosh, you're leveling up. You're ascending. Wow. Wow. You're mastering the elements. Look at you. You're growing. I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Also, I just want to give like a special I love you and welcome to all the newcomers on the channels, new subscribers, new viewers, new channel members. You guys are all amazing. I've gotten a lot of emails recently. You guys are all amazing. I really look forward to getting to you. Be patient with me. It does take me sometimes a lot of time, sometimes not as much as time. It really kind of depends on the email. Trina and I divide and conquer the labor in a way to where She handles the ones that are a little quicker and easier for her to get through. And then the ones that like you guys really need me to handle because it's very emotional or it's heavy or there's you're asking for like expertise. Those take me a little while. Sometimes like I can spend a whole hour on one email because it's a lot to get through. It's a lot to process. And then I got to like figure out how to properly help this person. So if I haven't gotten to you yet, just please be patient. I'm trying to help a lot of people and I have my own life to live. It's a balance we're in, you know, but I really appreciate all of you. I really do. You guys are all amazing. And we're strengthening this network we're building, right? We're going to get stronger together. Thank you. You guys are all amazing. Also, those of you that ask for prayers, you're getting them. You're getting them. You're getting those prayers. All right. And if I haven't seen your comment, it doesn't really fully matter because your intention's out there and time and space and higher self, God, like, look, all right. It ain't about the 3D. It's about God's will. All right. So you're getting your prayers too, even if I haven't even seen your comment. I try to get to most of them, but it's a lot, you know, and I'm one person, but thank you. Thank you for being strong. Thank you for being resilient. Thank you for resisting the temptations. Thank you for being obedient to God. It's helping. You're helping make the world a better place. And you're helping bring judgment in this world. Like, people have been doing this stuff for so long. And while we were asleep and not doing anything about it, man, they were seamlessly getting away with it. I mean, they would live their whole life in fruits and glory without the labor, and they seemingly never got judgment for it until they die. And like that's not right. They need judgment before they die. They need judgment before they die. It needs judgment now. We need judgment right now, all the times. So pray for judgment. Pray for discernment. Pray for understanding. Pray for clarity. Pray for everything. For everything. Because they're trying anything and everything, and that's why they're freaking out and they're trying to like pay for spell work to be done on you because they're like, how can I get better at being evil and taking from you? Because you're getting better at being strong and righteous and protecting yourself from my evil. Like, really? Whatever. Stiff necks, right? Here's the thing about a stiff neck. When I go to turn your head to look in the right direction, if your neck too stiff, it'll snap. Just saying. Just saying, a green limb can bend in the breath and the wind. A real dry, rotted limb will break, fall to the ground, and die and decay, and become nutrients in the soil for another seed to blossom another day. Just saying. 10 of Swords. I knew I felt that. There is a big ending coming in. They're being rebuked. You're doing the right thing. So this is an encouragement to keep going. Oh, what is that? Ew. Why? That's so disgusting. Someone's doing something to chickens in a form of magic. Like they're like sacrificing animals. That's really dark magic. That's evil. That's really evil. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, God. I know that's displeasing to you. Wipe it off the face of the earth. If it's displeasing in your eye, rid yourself of your adversaries. There should be no displeasure in the eyes of El Yahuwah here in earth realm. It should be heaven on earth. King of Wands and Temperance. Ooh, ooh. Like I said, it's not my fire. It's God's fire. Where do you want this fire to be directed, God? Point me. I'm your weapon. Oh, and they see that. They see that. Someone has literally watched the will of God be fulfilled from your prayers or your energies. Like they know you're powerful. Fire and water. What? That's potent stuff right there. That's very potent stuff. Yeah. Because water can sometimes be a little slower than some of the other elements, but fire can speed things up. Fire can even turn water into like kind of like a moistured air in a way, like steam. Spiritual alchemy is definitely occurring. Yeah, you're leaving something behind so you can maintain your abundance and your energy. If some of you feel like God had sent me to you in your dream state to help teach you something, that's literally true. That's literally true. Excuse me. And no, that wasn't the practitioner doing that. That was me. I quit smoking, so my lungs I'm getting new lungs. But for some of you, sometimes your spirit guides will appear to you in a form that's comfortable to you. So like if you are comfortable and you trust something or you like something or it's familiar to you, sometimes your guides will appear to you in that form. And sometimes you might think that you're communicating with me, but it's actually your guide appearing to you in an energy that you trust. So use your discernment. It might be me, it might be your guide. Ooh, Ace of Cups. So you're doing well. Keep it up. Keep up the practice. Keep up the craft. Get consistent with it. 10 of Cups with the Ace of Cups. You're going to be celebrating some things. You've got some energy coming in. You've got new things coming in. Look, it's almost like as if you realized that something was getting pulled, something was getting pulled, something was getting pulled, and it kept decreasing, kept decreasing, kept decreasing. And you like woke up to it and you're like, what the hell's going on here? Where all my energy going? Where my abundance going? Where my money going? Where my finances going? And you started doing some things to try to combat this energy. And you woke up and activated just in time, because if you would have kept letting them pull and pull and pull and pull, they'd have sucked you dry till there was nothing left. And you recognize that. You realize there was something going on. There was something interfering with your life or the energy or the magnetic pull. They were trying to siphon the energy from over here to over there. But now they're realizing, oh, this isn't working. Because there for a while, they were maintaining a good flow of energy off of you. And you recognize, like, why are things declining? Why are things depleting? Why are things breaking? Why are things depreciating? Why are the things happening in my life? Well, you started doing something about it to protect yourself. 7 of Wands in the Chariot and the Magician with the Moon. And the 3 of Cups, you're working with spirit. You're working with others. You may even be co-creating with others across the world. You may not even realize it. You may have soul fam that's also waking up to the same thing you are, whether you guys know each other or not. And because you guys are a part of the same ray or the same cluster, the same star cluster, the same soul cluster, the same soul group, you guys are all connected to the same star, right? So because of that, when you activate and they activate and y'all start doing similar things to combat each other, whether you guys know each other or not, you're strengthening each other. Isn't that really cool? Isn't it cool how we're all connected? So like literally one person can change the world. Look what Yeshua did. Just saying. All right. Anyways. I've had some people ask me, who is Ha-Mashiach? It's Hebrew for the anointed king, would be one way of translating it. Some people translate it as the Messiah, aka known as, Jesus Christ or Yeshua, Yahushua, however you want to pronounce it. But we've got this Hierophant energy, okay? It's the anointed king of God. Just thought I would share that. All right, Hierophant, you're learning. God's teaching you. God's proud of you. You're getting stronger. God wants us to be strong. God wants us to be within the will, to do the will, to be the will. Like I said, I am your weapon, God. I'm whatever you need me to be. Your cup, your sword, your wand, your shield, your angel, your protector. However it needs to be. Just make sure it's God's will, God's judgment, and not yours. And you'll be just fine. You'll be just fine. 10 of Cups. I'm serious. I'm so serious. The works you've been putting in are very fruitful and beneficial to you. And it does have your enemy stressed. It has your enemy hella stressed. Okay. So you're moving forward. So be aware. You're stepping up your game. It's working. It's working. And now the enemy knows it's working. And they're trying to step up their game too. But it's what they're doing even though they're stepping up their game, it's not enough. Literally just you doing something with the intention on a daily basis is enough. That's all it takes. You know, it's one thing when you have a spiritual blind side and you don't know to defend yourself. But if I see what's going on and I'm already combating it, you can't get through my defense. Can't get through my defense. Okay. All right, y'all. You're learning, and I'm proud of you. You're learning, and I'm proud of you. Are there any other messages that need to come through on this one? We'll wait and see. Okay. So there's a fulfillment of something. You're about to witness a miracle of God's judgment and favor over you and the works of your works. You're going to see the fruits of your works. And it might surprise you how powerful you actually are. It might surprise you how magical you've become. And I love to see it. I really do. I'm proud of you. I'm really glad that you're stepping up for yourself and you are, taking charge of your life in the name of God. Like, we don't have control over everything. God does. There's like a balance of this self and selflessness. And I feel that you are allowing your will to dissolve into the will of God. And when you start directing that consciously with focus and intention, it's unstoppable. It's unstoppable. You're breathing the wind, the fire, like all the elements of God. Our voices are very powerful. Our truth is powerful. So speak your truth. Speak your truth. Especially if if you're in the spiritual community or you're a leader or something, or you have people that listen to you, speak your truth. Even the things that you think you can't share it. You'd be surprised how much it helps the world, because these are things that are suppressed and people think that they can't talk about it. So if you have people that look up to you and respect you and you're bold, brave enough to talk about these things, you're showing them they can be too. And you'll be blessed and favored for that. Okay? So I have an upcoming event very soon. You guys are going to be able to meet me live. You're going to be able to meet me and my wife live. We are going to reveal our face, not just our name and our voice. That's going to be coming up very soon, possibly this weekend. We'll see. We'll see. It depends on the weather and stuff, because we want to do it outside. But yeah, that's coming up. So if you ever wanted to meet me, you're going to have a chance to do so live on YouTube. And I'm going to share some things. It won't necessarily be a tarot card reading. It'll be more like, get to know me, and I'm going to talk about some things that are hard to talk about, that need to be talked about, some things that I've been through and what I've learned from them, and how you guys can take what I've learned and apply it to your life and help free yourselves to liberate and empower yourselves. And I'm going to talk about some heavy things, y'all. There may be some trigger warnings in it, but it needs to be discussed. They can't silence us. We need to speak our truth loud and clear. All right? All right. The end is near, judgment is here, and I don't fear a thing but God. I'm just filled with joy, and I think you should be too. I'm very proud of your progress. I am. You've done great things. Good job. I am going to go ahead and leave this reading here. If you like the way that I read, please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you, and I will see you on the next collective message.